Welcome to the dynamic learning hub of ExcelR at Andheri East. A prime spot conveniently located at just a 5-minute walk from LIC Andheri Metro. In our journey of over a decade, we have proudly trained over 2 lakh students. We have also been recognized by Deloitte, Silicon India, and other accreditation bodies. Experience learning like never before in our spacious and comfortable classrooms. With high-definition projectors and state-of-the-art acoustics in place, we ensure effective learning even to the farthest point in the room. The hybrid mode is a game changer as you can enjoy the benefits of a live classroom from the comfort of your home. Even if you happen to miss any classroom session, you can still attend the same session with the same trainer at the same time at your convenience, maintaining consistency in your learning progress. Wanna get started? Join us for a demo or career chat over a cup of coffee at our Andheri branch. ExcelR. We don't just train, we build careers.
Yes, so the collaboration with ExcelR was an excellent one. We conducted a PowerBI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives.
The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets.
So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if ExcelR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
It was a great course and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with ExcelR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our Technical Fest Atmos, and I thank ExcelR for being a part of it.
I was very much interested in learning digital marketing course for a very long period of time, but I don't get a proper platform. So later from our college, I get to know about ExcelR and I enrolled in ExcelR course. It was really good experience. Our course has been taken by Mayur sir, and he was very good teacher. He's not only focusing on theory part, he's doing how real digital marketing works, and it was in total very good experience. I get so much of knowledge. Here they're not only focusing on study, they're also conducting different exam to test our knowledge, and as we are giving the exam, so to appreciate our work, they give certificates for the toppers, and along with the certificate they give hampers. Thank you, ExcelR.
Recently I was searching for digital marketing courses online in Google, and I came across ExcelR and I attended a digital marketing course which was for 15 days. My mentor Mayur helped me for attending these classes. So he is a very informative and helpful guy. In the course end, there is a exam which I topped. So I came to the ExcelR office in Bengaluru. This digital marketing course has helped my career and my skills to develop, and the certificate has helped my
Good afternoon, faculty members. I hope my voice is audible.
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, before we start, so I'll be sharing one WhatsApp link group in the chat. So if you are interested to join, you can join the WhatsApp group, so that every day you will receive all the session links in the WhatsApp. So I'll be sharing a WhatsApp group on the chat. Like if you are interested or if you want to join, you can join to that. Okay. I hope you all understood. I'll be sharing a link on a chat right now. This is what the WhatsApp chat link. You can click on that link and you can join the WhatsApp. Okay, fine. We'll start for the day. Good afternoon, Arif sir.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, you can start.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome back, guys. Good afternoon for everyone. So let's start today's topic, today's agenda. Yesterday we discussed what exactly the Power BI and what are the different elements are there in the Power BI, and even we discussed on Power Query feature. Power Query feature, yesterday we discussed how to clean the data, right? If there is any errors, if any bugs are there, how to check, how to rectify these things. Even we discuss how to append, how to merge the queries. We discuss on all these elements. I hope everyone clear with those topics. Now today we'll try to work on the visualization part. Today we'll just try to work on visualization part. So for that, let me share you one file which is having a clean data. So let me just share you the file with you guys. Even you can find this file under your LMS portal, from where you can download this file also. The file name as superstore_ud. I hope you guys receive this file. Okay, let us do one thing. First, let me share my screen with you guys. Let me open the Power BI application. For today's activity, I'll take a new PBX file. So let me open my PBX file. As you can see that this is the interface. What you receive here, you have to click for a blank report. because as of now we haven't loaded any file into this. And as I share to the file with the superstore name, superstore UD, okay, it is a CSV extension. Someone just joined now. I'll share you one more time. You guys can download if you have not downloaded. Somebody already downloaded, please ignore it. Okay. Now, what we are trying to do is that we are going to load this file into your Power BI application. So whenever you get the data, just click on get data, which type of data module it is. Like here we have a text and CSV. Just select text and CSV. Select the file. Click on open. When you just click on open, you can see you are getting the option called load and transform data. If you are loading for the first time, I'll request you go to the transform data so that you'll able to find out the Power Query editor where you can check the problem. If any data type issue, other thing is there, you can check it out. If you just look at over here, it's similar to yesterday's file, but without having any errors. We worked yesterday with the same file, but only difference is that there the files has multiple errors are there. Today we are working with a file where we don't have any type of an error. You can see that city, product, country, right, customer name, discount, number of records, order date, order ID, manufacturing, product, even profit, quantity, region, grand total, segment, shipping date, ship mode, state, subcategory. All data types are perfectly fine, right? But still, if you want to cross check one by one again, you can do that. Am I clear till here? Now, here one change, small change I want to do it. Instead of referring the column name as grand total, let me rename as sales. You double click on that and you can rename it. So I'm just giving as sales. So I renamed my grand total column as sales. Okay. And I'm just keep on sharing because people are keep on joining. If somebody has not downloaded this file, you guys can download it from your chat window. Now, as we already know that there is no cleaning required over here because it is a very clean table. So I can load this file into my Power BI desktop. For loading the Power BI desktop, simply you go ahead, close and apply. Once you do close and apply, the data will get loaded into your Power BI desktop. It will get open. So just do it one more time. It will get open. File will get open. Okay. However, we need to just to connect from the get data source. Once you download, you can connect, then you will get the data. I'll just request you to listen so that any issues, any topic, right, rectifications you required while you are doing with the recording with sessions, you can do very easily. If you try to work on parallelly, all right, you'll not able to match up my speed, or you may not able to get some points while you're doing parallelly. So on that basis, I'll request you that first listen the entire session. And once you will get the recording, however, it will be live in the YouTube also. You can go to the YouTube also. Again, you can just review the class as once again, where you can do parallelly, you can practice at that time. If you are doing the same steps, what I am doing, you will not get any errors. But eventually, at the time of right class only, if you are trying to do, you may not able to match up my speed. You may not able to work on right parallelly with me. So I'll just request you to just check it out over there. Okay. Now, let's go ahead with the options. Here I loaded the file. Here you can see that I have categories over there we call as fields. There are text, there are values, there are dates. If you look at there, wherever I have a value, I'm getting the summing sign. Wherever you have a date, you're getting a calendar sign. For a text, you're getting as a blank. Am I clear on this stuff? Right. Now, let us just work on the visuals part. Right. So whenever you are actually working with the organizations or you're building the dashboards and reports, what are the major elements we required it? The major elements is that first your report name, right? Company logo, like that you have to prepare it. There's something like we call as titles. So if you're required to create a title, one of the easiest method which you can do is that simply go to the insert tab, just take a shape, choose any shape, just select it over there and try to rearrange based on the need and requirements. Am I clear on this one? Now here, I require to add some text in that particular shape. So for editing those elements, we can do a formatting. Here we can just do the options such as sorry guys. Once we take the shape, here we have formats are there, shapes are there, right? If you assume that you required some text over here, so here under the formatting, here you can see the formatting which will be there in your right hand side, this particular brush icon. If you click, this window will get open for you. In that, go for a shape style. If you want to change some other styles, you can change as per your need and requirement. Right now, when you're going for filling, here you can change the coloring part. Now, generally, whenever we are working with the organization, right, they have some standard colors. So whenever they have a standard colors, in such cases, what we are going to do? So either company will give you code for you. If they are giving code, well and good. If you are giving a name, then you have to check the code for that. Take an example, company has given code for you, the color code. To have that particular color, you just see there in the filling option, there is an option called as FX. And before that, you have down arrow. Just click on to down arrow. Just click on more. Here we have hacks code. You can just give the code over here. You can just give code over here. Am I clear? Right? But assume that just hypothetically, they had given the color name. Okay. Now you require that particular color code. Okay. So in that particular case, how do you make it out? So for that, there is a website which is called as Color Hacks. There is a website which is given name called as Color Hacks. When I go with the color hacks, you can see here under this one we have color name. You can search with the name, whatever the name you required. You'll able to find name against the code numbers. Right? So whichever the code you required, name if you find it over there, and you can use that particular name. If I required blue bell, I required that code. Here we have the code. Copy this particular code and come to your Power BI under filling where you have color. Go to the drop down, just click on more and paste the color whichever they actually needed. Okay, so if I just give that code, according to that, color will get changed for you. Here, let me type that one. After D, it is 0. You can see the color will come over here. If you want to give some transparency in that, you can dilute that color also by giving the transparency. Am I clear on this? Now, for this, for example, you required a border. The border also you can give it. Here we have a border which is in blue color. If required, the border thickness should be increased. Then you can increase over here by clicking on the buttons. Right, the width pixel size, you can increase it. I hope clear till here. Am I clear on this one? Okay. Now you can see that here we have a text. If you give a text, whatever the text you want to give over there, you can give it. Such as I am saying that sales report. I want to give a name as sales report. So you got a text called sales report. Here you can take font style, which style, what size you required. You can give that size. If you want bold, you can make a bold. If you want to do any color changes, you can add a color changes, whichever the color you liked it. You can give that particular color over there. Am I clear till here? If you require little bit glowing, you can have a shadow glow part if you required. But if you don't require it, you can turn it off. Completely optional. So by this, we are able to create a title for your particular report. Particular page report, you're able to create a title. The next requirement we required is that we want to have a logo or image. So for that, generally you go for a Google and you type any image, right? For example, I required Wipro image. You get the image, download the image, right? I already have image in my file. So what I'll do is that I'll use that image over here. How do I get connected over here? Same thing, go to the insert. Here we have image, click on image. Wherever you have, I have under picture folder. You can see I have this image. I want to get this particular image, I'll add it. So image will come over here. You can just minimize by using your joystick. Using your joystick, you can minimize these things. Am I clear on this stuff? So now drag and drop wherever you require it. I hope it is clear. If you want a bit wider, according to the interest, you can give it. I hope it is clear. So this is one of the basic requirements when you are going to prepare any dashboard, right? And whenever you are working, there will be some key performance indicator, we also called as KPIs, some card values we required whenever you want to work on presenting of your visuals. Just example, here I require to have some cards. Now, if you require a cards, here we have a card option. If you look at in the build visual, there is an option called card, right? But make sure that you should not select any other item. You should be under blank space of the, I can say, visual preparation, right? So you should not select any shape or any particular picture or image. Otherwise, it overwrites. So select your card. You got a card over here. Okay. Now in this card, I just want to have the sales column. If I take it a sales column, here you can see you're able to find out the sales. When I click, by default, it gives me some of the sales. Right. So here I required a card. Here I want to do some formatting. As I told you, whenever you want to do any formattings, then you have to go to the format option. In the format, we have these options. Let us try to do some customization in that. See, you can see that your sum of the sales is getting under bottom, but I required under top position. Am I clear? How do I able to create this particular element into top? As you can see, under the formatting, we got an option called as category label. Just turn it off. So from downside, what exactly that particular card value, right? Is it a summing of sales or what exactly it is? That will get turned off. And I required in top, generally top field is known as title. On your title, here you can see what you required. Total sales. Am I clear till here? Yeah. Increase the text size if you want to do that. Right. Here we have font style also. You can do that. Alignment is there. You can do that. And let me just make it bit attractive. I'll just give a contrast color. Okay. So here you can see, I'll just give we have for text color and border color. Background, I'll make it as black. Text, I'll make it as white. So it looks something like this. And here, if you look at there is an option called callout value. This callout value, basically the value which you are able to find like 3M, it is nothing but 3 millions. Okay, M stand for million. So here, if you want to reduce this font size, you can do it. I just want somewhere around 28. So it gives me a 28 size. And display unit, I don't require in auto. If I required in thousands, I can convert into thousands. If I required a normal value, I can click on none. Am I clear till here? So you can do the changes of your value column over here. Now, apart from this, we even have like I required some border other elements, which you will find under size and style. If you go for a size under styles, if you scroll down, you'll able to find out here if you required a visual border. Now earlier border was not there. Now you're getting the border. If you required a shadow, you have an option called a shadow. Now it looks write some attractive as a card. So if I just required a card somewhere over here, I can keep it out. Okay. Now I required the same card, few more, like 3 to 4 more cards. So how do I create a duplicate copies of the card? So whenever I'm dragging, you can see that whenever like parallel alignment comes, you're getting a line. You can just leave it over there. Now for making the copy, the same Excel procedure, which is nothing but Control C, Control V, Control C and Control V. Let me just do one thing here. I'm just sharing the CSV file once again, but I'll request you guys, please listen carefully. Don't do it parallelly. However, you'll get the recordings in YouTube also. However, you'll get the recordings in your LMS portal also. Later, once the class get complete, you can sit down and you can start working parallelly. So by this way, if you are doing, it become very easy. Now here, I adjusted my card, whatever the size height we required it. Now I required the same card replicates should come few more. So for that, I'm doing a copy and paste. For copy, Control C. For paste, Control V. So you can see if I drag and drop. Now if I just hold it, you're getting the line, parallel lines. That means my alignment is proper. So I'll require one more card. I'll just paste it. I'll keep it over here. If I require one more card, I'll paste it over here. Right? Here, you required any card, you can give it. Or else if you want to adjust this card width itself, so that for everyone it will be a little bit adjustable. So we can do that one. Clear? So now I'll copy and paste. You get the values, keep it out there. You can adjust a bit. Now I'm able to create some cards. But here, if you can see that all are giving same information. I'm able to create multiple cards. Multiple cards are nothing but we can also call it as multiple KPIs. But when I create multiple KPIs, you can see that all are giving same value. So if you want to have a differentiate, such as here, I want to get average sales. For changing the titles, I can go for this title box. I can just type it as average sales. But the below value is not average sales. To get an average sales, you can see when you select the card, you are getting build option, right? Under the build option, you're able to find the sum of the sales, right? Under the sum of the sales, if you're looking over there in the right hand side, there is a data options, right? If you click on that arrow key, you are having field called sum of the sales, aggregation, whatever the summarization you want to do, sum. But as if now my requirement is average. If I click on average, you get the average value. Similarly, if I required minimum sales, so I can do the title change here. I'll give minimum sales. Go for data options, summarizations. I'll put into minimum. Here I select title. I'll change instead of total sales, max sales. Now, you know very well how to convert the sum of the sales to maximum sales. Go for data options. Under summarizations, take maximum. Now here, I required the label as total count or total entries. Okay. You can give total count, total entries, whatever you want to give, you can give it as per your client requirement, right? Now, how do I convert into a count? Same procedure. Go for data options. In summarizations, take count. Now, by this, you are able to find out how many overall count, what is the overall sales, what is an average sales, what is the minimum sales, what is a maximum sales. Am I clear? A basic statistical information, you already find it over here by using these cards. Am I clear? Right? So make sure that for working on this one, once the class get completed, just go to the YouTube link or go to your LMS portal. Just try to do one more time, because practice gives a perfection. If you don't practice, perfection will not come. Am I clear on this? Yeah. Now let's jump into the next option. Here we required a filterization. So whenever we want to give for end user filterization, we have an option called as slicer. If you just check in your build option, here you find an option called slicer. Slicer is nothing but a designer filter form. In Excel, slicer, filter both one and the same. But whereas when I'm using Power BI, right, slicer is a tool which can be used by end user. But filter is an option which will be used by developer for a faster performance. Filter can't be used by end user, or I can say developers. Sorry, developers can be used, end users can't use. But for getting that future, we have an option called slicer, where end user can use these options. So I'll just select here and I drag whatever the position I required it. Right? In this one, I just want to find to have my countries. If I just select countries, you can see you are getting the countries over here. Okay. If I want to get same formatting. So in Excel also we have this format painter. Same process, you can use it. Just click on that format painter brush mark, and this formatting I should apply over here. As soon as you click, you can see the formatting will get applied. Now let us do some changes, such as I don't require over here this slicer header. So slicer header will turn off. I require title name should give as countries. So you get countries over there, right? Similarly, if I just go ahead, we have an option called slicer settings. One of the important element, guys, slicer settings. So slicer settings are nothing but how you want to view your slicer. It completely depends on that. Just for an example here, if I just go with the slicer settings, right now it is in a vertical stand. If I required in tile style, you'll get tiles format, you can see. If you required in drop down, you get a drop down element. So how you want to view your slicer, you can do in the slicer setting options. Am I clear on this? Apart from that, we have selections, such as here you are selecting any specific country. According to that, you can see that your entire reporting is getting changed. If I click on France, you'll get France based information, where total sales is this much, average sale is this much, total number of count is this much. If I click on Denmark, Denmark base, you get the values. If I select for Sweden, it gives Sweden basis values. So it will be a dynamic. You want to select multiple, even you can select for multiple countries. Right? So with the help of control button, you can select it for a multiple. But my client says that no, I should not give multiple access. So I can use single selection. That means at a time, you can select any one only. right? You can't select more than one country. On a similar note, if I say, no, I don't require single selection, I require multiple. So here you can select multiple countries. Then if I want to select all countries, should I need to select one by one? No. So for that, we have an option called show all button. If you give it, you get a show all button. If you click on this, you can see you're getting all the names. Am I clear on these options? And these options will keep on changing based on whether you take text, whether you take number, whether you take date. So your job, I can say that use a slicer based on text, use a slicer based on value, use a slicer based on date, and check here what type of options you're getting under slicer settings. Am I clear on this? Next, you have a values. If you want to make bold, you can see your text will get bold. Here you can see text color, whichever the color you required. And there is an option called padding. Padding is nothing but the gap between the text. If you look at there, my one country is or getting a downside, hardly able to view it. So to get this one, I'll reduce this padding option. Now you can see you're able to view complete information. Am I clear on this part? You can have n number of slices. There is no issues with that one. You can have, right, state wise, category wise, region wise. Yes, you can use it. Okay. So according to your need, yes, how many slices you require, those many you can use it out. No issues with that. Am I clear till here? Now, let us try to work it out. If you look at my table here, I have the information based on a region. If you just look at there are regions are there. If you look at there, we have 3 regions are there. Their performance are required. Similarly, are required based on a segment. Segment wise performance are required. Similarly, I have categories. Categories wise performance are required. So generally, whenever we require any presentations, according to the size and the things, you can just adjust and you can prepare it. So here, my requirement is to have the percentage of distribution for each state. For each state, what is the percentage of distribution? So to find out the percentage of distribution, generally we use either a donut chart or a pie chart. So for the first case, I required segment wise sales. So I'll take a donut chart, readjust the size according to your need and requirement. Okay. So I just required this one. According to the adjustments, you can do that. Here I am taking segment wise sales. So you're getting segment wise sales information. Right. Now you can look at over here. We are getting the values. We are getting the percentage and the color identification is also coming. So this color stand for consumer. This color stand for corporate. This color stand for home office. Right. If I required a formatting, you can do the same formatting over here also. Just use the same format painter. Select the card, go to the format painter and just click it over there. So you can see this formatting comes over there. But when it comes to the formatting, the percentage, other things are not showing to me. So I just need to do some adjustment into this. If you want to do adjustment, what we can do? Here, the first thing which we can do is that you have a data labels under formatting, because any customizations will do under formatting only. So go to the formatting, come over here in the details. There, what do you require? You required category, only categories will get reflected. But if you look at there, size of the category is too big. I required somewhere around 11 or even lesser. You can have 8 also. Clear? Able to see? If you required bold, you can have bold. If a required label should be data value, only data value will show. If a required percentage of total, it shows only percentage. Yes, my requirement is percentage wise, I want to see the report. That is the reason I use there as segment, right? I can say donut or a pie chart. So for that reason, what I'm going to do is that under label, I'll choose all details. So when I'm choosing all the details, I'm getting the home office also, I'm getting the corporate also, I'm getting the consumer also. Okay, to have a better view, I can just minimize this build and data part. You can see zooming will happen. You're able to find it. But when I'm able to find this label name, that is nothing but this segment, which segment? Home office. This segment is corporate. This segment is consumer. Then I don't require this legend element, right? We call it as legend. So here we have legend that you can turn it off. Am I clear till here? If you're required to increase the size of other things, you can go to the data label. There you have a drop down. You can increase, right? According to the requirement, you can opt it. Am I clear till here? Similarly, I required one more visual. So I'll do copy paste. Here I required category wise sales, not right segment wise sales. So if I required category wise sales, I can just go to the build option and data option. Instead of segment, I'll take categories. So category wise, sum of sales you are getting. I hope it is clear. One more visual I required. So I'll just copy and paste. I'll keep it in between. Now here I required a pie format, not a donut format. And here I required not the category, I required region. So region wise sales it gives. Now you can see a little bit information based on your performance also. You're able to find region wise sales. You're able to find the segment wise sales. You're able to find category wise sales. As soon as you click for any specific country, now your entire reporting is working on that. This particular country comes under central region. These are the your segment wise sales performance. These are your category wise sales performance. It is your overall sales, average sales, minimum sales, maximum sales, and a total count. Am I clear on this? Now, as soon as you change it, here also it get changed. Now it is giving for Denmark. Now it is giving for Germany. I hope it is clear till here. Any doubts? Right? So by this, you can see we are able to create a dynamic visualization with multiple information. Right? Till now we use card, we use slicer, we use donuts, we use pie. On a similar note, I can say that we can just go ahead with one more visual here in the downside, either one or two based on the need. You can prepare it. Now I require to have, if you look at over here in the table, we have these options are there such as subcategories are there. There are different categories are there. Now I required category wise. I want to see the sales. If you want to see category wise sales, I'll just come to my reporting part. I'll come over here. Now I'll just take column chart. I'll drag it down, right, based how much I required it. Now here I'll take subcategories. And the sales. Now you're able to find out subcategory wise sales information. But I want to follow the same formatting over here also. So as you know very well that whenever we require the same formatting, I can use Format Painter. I'll use the Format Painter. I'll apply to this particular sheet. Now you can see. In this one also, you have multiple options are there, such as you can see that here I want to have this text should be bold. So I can go for my x-axis. I can click on bold. Those will become bold, right? If you want to increase any text size, you can do that one, right? As if now I want to keep it as 9 only. Same, I'll go ahead for my y-axis. So in y-axis, I have a value. You can just click on bold. Okay. Apart from that, you can see in your x-axis, there is an option called as concatenate label. But as if now we're not going to discuss. When we are going to discuss with line chart, we'll come back to that. Here we have the option called long matrix scale. Here, if you can see the values, if I require data label, so here in the downside, we have a labeling, data labels. So labels are showing. Now you can see there is a long gap between your copiers and labels, right? So I don't want to show in this format very drastically dropping element. So in that particular case, I can use long matrix scale. It gives a longer format. Even though volume is differ, right? But it gives a longer format for you. Sometimes what will happen? We have one value will be too big, one value will be too less. So we are unable to read that less item value. So in such cases, you can use this long matrix option. But commonly we use normal scale only. But if you require long matrix scale, yes, you can do it, depend on the need. There is an option called invert range. When I say invert range, what exactly is happening? Right here, you can see that your range earlier, whenever you have the value, it looks from the top to bottom. Now it's coming from bottom to top. So any changes you required something like that, you can do that. Apart from that, we have a positions. Now you can see your value positions are coming in which direction? Left hand side of yours. Okay. Now something like you are working for some Gulf agencies. They read the elements in the right hand side. So in that case, you have this switch axis positions. You can get the elements in the right hand side of the corner. I hope clear till this element. Right. Now, if you just look at there, we added the labels, we have done the formattings over here. Now assume that we want to get some average line or we required some image. So in such cases, if you required an image for only any visual, I can go for plot area background. Browse any image is there with you. You can just keep that image over there. And you can resize the image. We have normal, fitted, fill. You can do that one. And even you can dilute also, transparency. Clear? If you need it, you can do that. Okay. Coming to the reference line, for example, I require average line. What is my average sales? I want to find out. Here you can go for a reference line. Right. I'll just go for a cluster. Here I'll just add it. Under drop down, you have minimum line, maximum line, percentage line, median line. You can choose that. If I take average line, you get the average line. And in this line, if you want to do any customizations, In the drop down, you have line, which color? In my case, I'll take it out black, or you want to take red, your choice. Okay. Transparency, I don't require, it should be a full solid color. So I'll take 0 over here. So you get a solid line, and you don't require dash, you require a solid line drafting. You can get that. I hope it is clear till here. Now here you have a thickness. If you want to increase the thickness, you can increase it. If you want to decrease the thickness, you can decrease the thickness as per your need and requirement. Let it put as 2. Okay, moderate. If you want to give shade till there, it will get shade. And shade you required before or after, you can choose it. If I take after it gets shade. If you required before will get shade. If you required any color combinations for that, because I use red, let me take a red only. You can see transparency, you can increase or decrease how you want to showcase. Am I clear on this? So you can use this options over there. Okay. So line color only marked. Data label, if required, you got the label. Label is towards your left hand side, but hardly able to see. If you just want to change to the right hand side, just go to the positions, take it in right, look at there in right side. You require text color, I'm choosing black. Here you take in only value. If I take name, only name will get. But if I just take both, average line 1, which is amount is this, you can see that. If you want to display into thousands, you can display into thousands. Am I clear on this part? Right? This is how you can build visuals. There are plenty options are there. So if you just go to the formatting itself, there are tons of formatting options are there. Okay. So I'll just tell you the important element as of now to cover so that you can understand, prepare a meaningful report with your data also. One of the best thing you can do is that once you practice on this report, I'll request you use that, take your own data, right? If you are working for a schooling, college in academic, there will be a finance report will be there. There might be the, I can say, joining reports will be there. There might be reports regarding the project, other elements will be there. You can download similar data through a website called Kaggle, right? If you're going for the Kaggle website, different data sets will be there over there. So take those data set which is relevant to your organization or your stream or your field. Even I say a person who is actually an engineering student, okay, assume that you are a mechanical engineer. So you will get mechanical data also over there. From that data, if you are a manager or if you're running a business, what type of need requirement you can generate from the report, think and try to do it. Am I clear on this? I hope able to understand till here. Now let us look at the final picture over here. You can see this is the final picture, how exactly looks to you, right? And when you share the report, you'll get only this one. And here it will be dynamic, as you can see. Am I clear on this? Any doubts, queries? Okay. Now, here you can see that we use some cards, slices, right? I can say donut, pie, and a column chart. Let's try to discuss when we have to use which visuals. When we have to use which visuals. If you can see that cards, whenever you require a single value card, you can go for a card. Right? It will get into the number value only. There will be no, I can say, image drawing for you on this one. Okay. Coming to the other element here, we basically have segments or region wise sales. Whenever you are taking pie or donut, it will be used for a percentage of distribution. And based on the client requirement, you can choose it. I hope clear till here. Now coming to the next one, here we use column chart or a bar chart based on the client interest. If you want to see in a bar format, we'll show in bar. If you want to see in the column format, you show in the column format. Am I clear? Now here you can see that we created this visual, right? Category wise distributions whenever you required, item wise distributions. In such cases, we use bars and columns. I hope clear on these visuals when we have to use. I'll repeat once again. The pie and donut percentage wise distributions. Your column chart or a bar chart, category or item wise distributions. If you have a single value output, right? So in that particular case, we use cards. Slicer used for a dynamic filterization. I hope clear till here. Any doubts? Now here you can see I created a sales report. I'll change my page name, right click. We have rename. I rename into sales. So this is my sales report. I hope clear on this one. Now I'll make a duplicate of this one. Right click. I'll make a duplicate. Now in this one, I just want to get profit information. I want to get a profit information, right? So obviously I don't find total sales. Here are required related to profit detail information. So what changes you have to do? First, go ahead and click for any editing options, add data label, add build, add format. Okay. The first thing is that the card values should get changed. Instead of sales, keep there as profit. So you got profit label. Here, everywhere you can do that same changes. I'll select one by one. I'll just change from sales to profit. Here also, I want to get identical information such as total profit, right? Average profit, minimum profit, maximum profit, and a total count. Okay. So changing the card value, you can come to the title under formatting of the card. Here you can change in the place of sales, change to profit. Right. So here also for average sales, I'll change to average profit. So let me just change to the profit. Average, so average profit you're getting. Similarly, I required minimum profit. So just change the title names. In the place of sales, we are keeping profit, and your data labels I'll changing according to the requirement minimum profit. Here I'll just give title as max profit, where to summarize change data options, change to maximum. Count, just change the name and change the element to count. However, count will give you same because you take any field, the count value remains same. Okay, however, you can see that whenever you are changing, according to that, it is giving profit information. And according to this, I want to have my title label also should change. So I'll just go for sales. It is not title. It is, if you just go for the options called as shape style, under that you have an option called text. You need to come over here. Which report you are preparing? You are preparing profit report. I hope it is clear on this one. But I don't want to continue these value cards over here, because I already explored what exactly the pie, donut, column, bar will going to do for me. Now let's do one thing. I'll just select those pictures one by one with help of control and joystick. Click on delete. Those will get cleaned. Am I clear till here? Now, right, if you're required to create any dashboard over here, the first report which I required, I want to find out periodical performance. When you say periodical performance, what do you mean by that? Year-wise sales, country-wise sales, category-wise sales. If you require those things, then I'll go ahead with these options. I'll just come over here. Anytime a client is asking periodical performance, please go ahead with line chart or an area chart. Personally, I'll recommend line chart. So I'll use line chart. Okay. I'm using here order date based profit. You can see year-wise profit you are getting. I want to have the same formatting, so I can use format painter. Am I clear? Or specifically you required this bolding other format, you can use this one also. I'll use this format painter. Come over here. For other page also it can be worked. You can see including that image, you get the image. Am I clear? Now, whenever you take a periodical information, you can see that here we are getting years, quarters, month, day. Okay. This is option of drilling. We called as drilling future. So whenever you have this hierarchical option, automatically on top of the visual, you can see that you are getting 4 icons. One we called as drill up, drill down. There is an option called next level. There is a next expand level, right? Next, expand. If I click on the next level, right now the information. So to have this visual only, not the other visuals, because right now I am trying to understand what this visual will going to do for me. So for that, what I'm doing is that here we have a focus mode. If you click on the focus mode, you can able to see the information very clearly, because now it is focusing only on that visual. Am I clear to you? Now in this one, I can say that I want to find out where I want to see quarter-wise performance, not month, or I can say year-wise performance. So in this case, I can use next level, because after a year, what is next? Quarter. So if I click it, it gives quarterly report, but consolidated one. It gives a consolidated report. If I just give one more time next level, now it gives overall month-wise performance for all the years. For all the years. If I just click it out one more time, you are getting day-wise. Consolidate 31 days, based on 31 days you're getting. If you want to come back, there is an option called drill up. If you click on drill up, it will be coming back. So end user will have the leverage. They can use the expanding level to check the hierarchical or granularity based on overall, not for a specific year, overall years. But if you want to split into a continuation pattern, then we have over here called as next or expand level. Instead of next, click on expand. If I click on expand, every year will have 4 quarters. You can see the quarterly information, you got it. If I click one more expand, you get month on month. If I expand, right, day on day. If you want to go back, yes, you can go back. Am I clear on this? Okay, I'll just repeat once again. See here, you are getting overall year-wise sales, right? 2019, how much sales? 2020, how much sales? 2000, I can say 21, how much sales? Right? 22, how much? But I required, instead of year-wise sales, my required quarter-wise sales. But it is a consolidated one. For all the quarter one of all the years, what is the sale amount? You can see that if I just click on next, this double arrow, you find consolidated quarterly performance. If you click one more next, it gives monthly. If you click one more, it gives day wise. Consolidate maximum in a month, you have 31 days based on that, but it is giving a consolidated values. Right? To come back, I can give drill up. I hope it is clear. Now, if you required, no, I don't require consolidated one. I required separately. Right? In a year, we have 4 quarters, 4 quarterly basis are required. So here you have the options of the expand level. If I click on this expand, you can see here we'll have 4 quarters. This one is quarter 1, this one is quarter 2, 3, 4. Same goes 1, 2, 3, 4. You get it. Okay. Now, if you want to get month wise, click on each year will have 12 months or monthly basis performance are there. If you go with day wise, right, you can see that. Very clumsy will be there because for each day you need to show the performance. Okay. To come back, you can use drill up. Okay. There is one more option called as drill down. Now, if you look at in the right, you can say next level, what is the performance of quarter 1 value? 107K. Right? It is overall based on all the years. Right? If I just go with the drill up, now I'll just select here drill down feature. Okay. I'll simply click on this 2020, a double click. Now here it gives a month-wise performance. If you go back, you can see quarterly. It is not giving 105, right? It is giving 25.8 because it is working only for that particular year which you double click over there or click over there. If I click on this 109, single click, you're not working. Make it as a double click over there. It will take into the hierarchical option. Or you can use, once you just select drilling options, click on next, even you find it out, the overall one, 107K, 101. But generally here, if you double click, it will take you into that particular one. Clear? Some formatting mode problem issue, but otherwise it will take you on that one. You can see. I'll just show you once again. Here you'll be in there. You just double click onto the values. You'll get it over there. The editing format. You can click on that. You can see that. Okay. For each year, you'll get the same. You can see cursor point, select the line and just go for a drill down, you'll get it. Okay, you can see that. I'll just come over here. I'll just come out the format mode. I'll select here, I have a line. In that you are getting drill down, click a drill down, it goes to that particular month wise. If you want to go to the quarter, go to the quarters. I hope it is clear. So depending on the need, you're going to choose that particular options. I hope clear on this one. Okay, very important when you are working a line chart. Periodical performance, we can find it. And in this one of the key feature, we use a line chart, purpose of using line chart. Okay, here also we have formattings, labels, such as if you go with line, okay, line, you have what line you required for a specific year you want to see. You can see for a specific year. If you just want to go for here, the line color, other change you required, you can do it. Thickness is there. You can give thickness. Whether you required a curving line or a smooth line, right? Or a smooth line, or you required a step line. So you can choose whichever the options you required it, right? If you required some marking points, you can give a marker, right? So I just want to give show for all categories. Instead of dot, I'll take a rectangle one. You can see a rectangle. Even you can increase the size. You can rotate the direction also. As well as you can do the coloring also to have these pointers. So a lot of formatting options are there for each visuals. You can go according to the need and requirement, whichever the visuals you required, you can go ahead and you can work on those particular graphical part. Now let's come to the next option here. If you require data labels, we added data labels. There is an important options, trend line you want to see. It will be uptrend or a downtrend. It will show you whether your profit is moving uptrend or downtrend. Very important factor for using a line chart is a forecasting. If I use forecasting, you can see a forecasting you're getting, but this forecasting need to be customized because it is looking in the points. I don't require based on the points. It is giving for 10 years. I required years only, but not for 10. I required for next 2 years. So for next 2 years, you'll able to see, you can see when you apply, right? So assume that my 2023 sale is in between. I should not consider 2023. It should consider from 2022. I can go for ignore last year. If I just apply, you can do the percentages also. So all these changes, you can make it out while you're working it out. And coloring other things, that is downside. You can opt it, right? Which color you required for a line, right? Confidential color which you required, you can give it according to the requirements. You can just make it out. Am I clear on this? This is how you can create the visuals whenever you are looking at periodical performance. Am I clear on this? So let me just keep this visual downside. The next visual which we are going to discuss is a funnel chart. If I'm using funnel chart, it basically gives a performance such as I want to see based on the each state. state-wise profit. So I'm getting state-wise profit. But if you look at there in the report itself, there are a lot of states are there. Do I require all the states? My answer is no. I want to find out only top 7 states I want to find out. If I want to do it, their filter options will play a vital role. There, the filter options plays a vital role. Go to the filters. Here under visual filter, there is a state drop down. Under that, you can see we have basic filter. So manually you can check whichever the states you required. Advanced, you can put some conditions. Consist of this letter or other things, you can give any conditions. Otherwise, go for top N. You can go for a top or a bottom. Here I am going for top 7 as per my requirement. But based on what? Based on profit. So what I'll do, I'll drag my profit, put under by value, and if I apply, you'll able to see top 7, I can say states over there. Okay. However, I don't require category labels. You can just turn it out. I required this formatting. Whichever the formatting you required, you can take it. If you required the card wise, you can do a card wise. But labels size is too big. You can just make it out somewhere around 8. You got the label size. If I just minimize these features, then you'll able to see the top 7, I can say states. When you put a cursor, you are able to find it. Okay. Now when you're putting a cursor, you can see that I am getting the sum of the profit. There is an option called percentage of first, percentage of previous. Somewhere it is showing 14, one place it is showing 97. How exactly it is calculating? It is just comparing with your first state. My first state is England. England is having some of the profit around 1 lakh. So it is an 100%. Now when you go for a second, so the second state is covered, right, getting around 44,000 profit. So approximately 43% according to the England, the above one, right? So previous is also the above one, so it is giving the same. When it comes to the third state, right, North Wind, here you can see it is 42,000, which is 42% as per your England first state, which is his first state. But according to your previous state, the previous state is your, right, France. So in the France base, you can see it is around 96,000, sorry, 96%. So one is comparing with the first one, another one is comparing with your previous one. I hope clear on this point. Clear? So based on the need and requirement, you can prepare the picture in image. I hope clear on this element. Any doubts? Clear on this stuff? Okay. Now let's do one thing here. I'll just create one more visual. This time, if I go for a build visual, we'll try to discuss, I can say, a ribbon chart. If you go with a ribbon chart, or yeah, we can go with the ribbon chart. Click on ribbon chart. Here I'll take subcategory wise profit. So I'll take subcategories profit, but I required periodical basis. So I'll take order date. I'll take subcategories. I'll take profit. So you can see that here we are getting the labels, which I don't require. So I can use the format painter. I can just apply the format painters. Okay. So just go to the formatting. Some formattings you required, such as I don't require legend. Legend will not come. If you required data label, you'll get data label. If you require total label, you can see the total also. Now, if you click on the focus mode, you're able to see the information over there. Now, here you can see each subcategory based, you're having the performance for year. If you just look at there, if you put a cursor over there, now you're looking in 2019 sales, where your topmost product which you sold under 2019 is accessories, where some of the profit is you made it from there is 20,000. Out of overall total is 82,000, 81,000, 21,000, right? 20,620 is coming from only from accessories. That is the reason it is a top highest profit getter, I can say, subcategory. Now, when it comes to second year, 2020, it become copiers. Even though how much profit you are making? Some 14,000 only, right? Here we are making 20,000, right? 20,000 change. Here you are making 14,000. Still it is giving profit, right? Now here, the reason for that, if you can just look at there is a cursor point you can see is moving down. When you just come over here, it will show you the comparison. In 2019, you made a sale of 20,620, but whereas in 2020, you made a sale of only 5,690. A drastical drop of percentage called 72.41, due to which your rank has been moved to the first to sixth rank. 5 rank has been dropped. Am I clear how to analyze this particular report? I'll just share it to you. Around 4:30, right? Sushmita will just ping you guys. You can have a feedback link. You can have attendance also. But just wait for, I can say, some more time. She'll come back and do it. Okay, she'll share you these things. I hope clear on this visual. Yeah. Now, if you require detailing, whenever you take the dates, you automatically get the hierarchical. Now, again, question will come from your, I can say, client. Okay, year-wise, I understand it has been dropped. But can you tell me the insight points? Which quarter is actually non-performer or the baddest performance when it comes to sale is dropping? So you can use this hierarchical option, the expand level. If I use expand level, you can see now it going into the quarters. Look at there in the 19th, quarter 1, quarter 2 was moderate, but when it comes to the quarter 3, there was a peak sale. Right, there is almost sale has been done around 15,000 over there only. Right, so only one quarter you have a very spike hike, due to which it was first rank. But it is, if you look at again from other quarters, it is marginally again dropping it. But if you're still comparing with this, all 3 quarters are not giving that much great performance, but the last quarter is actually giving very less profit sales if you're comparing with previous year. Right, if you're comparing with a previous year, right, quarter 1, the quarter 4 sales, it is very low. So you can check it out on that one. You can just give those details also if you want. Right, to come back, you can use drill up. Yes, I'll do that. All right, at last, I'll share you this PBX file also for you guys. You can refer it in a chat window. I can share it to you. And I'll just request for a team also to upload this file so that you guys can work on, all right, view the report and work it out. I'll just go back. Here you can see a report has been created for you. Am I clear on this part? Okay. You guys got a feedback form and attendance link. You guys can just go through and give it those details, but not now. I'll just say, just click on the link, right? Listen the class. Later, you can just work, right? Fill the form. It will be available till 5:30. It will be available till 5:30. So don't worry on that one. I hope clear on this report. The final report of this one, it looks something like this, you can see. Similar picture, right? Very basics ones I'm taking you. Advanced, yes, we'll try to work it out some dashboard presentations at final day on a Friday, where we are going to discuss on this particular element. Okay, so today we are working on the visual part. So we're working on the visuals. Tomorrow we'll try to work on DAX. Right, I can say preferably I'll go with modeling, not DAX. We'll go with the modeling. Then we'll come to the DAX. Then we'll go for the complete dashboard preparation. However, okay, a snap of dashboard preparation, we already prepared it. But still, according to the client requirement, right, industry level requirements, how you prepare, how do you work, how you read, and how do you do, we'll try to work similar to a live project. Okay, only difference is that there we'll have ample time because one project runs for us 6 months to 1 year. Here we are doing within 2 hours. That makes a difference. But apart from that, one and the same. Am I clear with this report? Now, I can say I required one more report. So I'll right click on duplicate. I just go for rename. So I just basically have a comparison report. Okay. So as I required a comparison report, so I just required over there. Same title I'm going to give it over here. So to get this one, first thing is that you need to enable data, build, and a format. Obviously, for changing this labeling part, go for shape style. Go to the options where you use text. Here you can see the reports comparing on sales and profit report. Okay. So in this one, I just don't require the cards also. So I'm just eliminating these cards, eliminating the shapes. Here, I'll just take this one in the slicer settings. Instead of vertical, I'll take tiles. So you'll get a tiles format. So a little bit a style formatting, I changed it. Okay, even you required not to have this one, you can have in this format. Yes, you can do it according to your need and requirement. But I just would like to have in the horizontal pattern. So I've taken the horizontal pattern. So whenever you require to have a comparison, right? Here I'm going to use Control Z, I'll do it. The reason behind that is that I actually applied on different page itself. I'm doing Control Z to get my previous all features. Okay. This is my sales report. This is my profit report. This is my comparison report. So here I required it. So I'll just required these cards, these images, or I can say picked charts. I don't require it. And here right, I'll just drag it into the horizontal side where I required my slicer settings into tiles format. Clear? Now in this one, let us take common two visuals which will be generally used for a comparisons. The first chart which we are going to use is your line and column chart. If I use line and column chart, it can be comparing line and column chart. So here you can see that you are going to prepare based on, I can say, period wise only. I want to showcase my performance report, overall year wise, month wise sales performance I required. I can do that particular element also. So here, when I just click it out, order date, based sales, now you get year wise sales. Now, if you just scroll down, here we have a line chart. I'll take a profit under line chart. So you're able to find the visual over here where you can have a easy comparisons. I want to follow this format painter. So I can use this format painter for this comparison chart. So you can see a comparison chart year-wise sales, right? Or if you require subcategory wise, you can add subcategory wise. Let me just go subcategory wise so that you can see a better futures. But according to the client requirement, here we are itself client, we are doing that. But if you look at over here, you have the visuals. Now in this one, very importantly, when you're working it out, here we have, you can see secondary y-axis. In the secondary y-axis, we have aligning 0. If you align the 0, your both axis label will be one working in the parallel level. Am I clear on this? Right? Both the axis labels will be in a parallel level. You can see that. Right? If you just want to have some changes, so generally in other visuals, you don't have this alignment as 0 will not work. Only this visual will help you out to work out that particular feature. Now you can see over here in the columns, I have the columns over there. I can give a color, whichever the color I liked it. Okay. But if I just say that I want to give colors based on some layer wise. If you look at there, your sales is coming somewhere around 3,60,000 is max, starting with 15,000. So for getting layer wise, I can click on this FX button. You have graded format where you can a lighter color to a darker color format will be coming. Just for an example, in lighter color, I'll take this particular element. In mid color, I'm going to take the other color format, higher one. So as soon as you click OK, on a ratio basis, it will give you a color shaded part to you, as you can see. But if you have a fixed figures like percentage wise, so in that case, I'll just clear this one. You can just go for FX. Okay. Here you can go for rules. Under rule, I required sales only. So based on the sales, I'll take 3 layers. So 0 to 30%. I just want to give this color. I'll give 32. Even you can work with numbers, but I'm just giving percentage. 30 to 70%. I'll go ahead with somewhere around yellow color. 70 to 100%. Colors, you can change it according to your client requirement. I already told you how you can go ahead specific code color. You can do that. Okay, I required green color, so I'll go for more. Click on green pattern. Choose whatever the green color. Same thing, specified colors if you required. You can do the changes over here also. You can give it. If you just click OK, you can see according to the percentage wise. Am I clear on this? And same thing, you can have a borders also. You can get a borders. Okay. So borders, whether you want to give black color, it will be black color. You want to give some other color, you can give that one also. Thickness also, you can give it to work it out. The attractive part. It's completely a formattings. Same goes with the line, right? Line color you want to do, you can do it. Which style you required, you can choose that one. This we already discussed earlier, such as you have a smooth curve, line, or you required a step, right? Whichever the pattern you like best, you can go ahead. I'll go with smooth, right? Coloring, you can choose the color patterns. Whichever the color, if you feel that, yeah, that looks great for you, you can go ahead with that color. Okay, I preferred in a black so that pointers will show better. If you require a shader, you can have a shading part, right? In the shading also, you can see the color combinations, your choice. Okay, so you're matching with the colors, so matching color will come in. But if you're choosing any other layer color, it gives that color formatting. How much transparency? That is completely up to you. Am I clear? So this is how you can have a comparison report where you can, important is the alignments of 0. You can see over here, it looks something like this. Okay. Similarly, I can have one more comparison where I'm going to use this scatter chart. Right. If you required formatting, let me use format painter over here firstly only. So I'll just take here, because whenever we required both side X and Y axis value, we generally go with scatter chart. You'll get some of the sales, some of the profit. You can see some of the sale and profit is one single point. But if you want to distribute based on categories, sorry, subcategories, it distribute based on subcategories, as you can see. I'll put into focus mode. You'll be able to see more detail. If you require some category labels, you can see that. Now, whenever I say, right, which particular subcategory is giving more profit for me, I can just look into the vertical dimensions. Accessories is giving more profit for me. More sales, I can say bookcases is giving more, I can say sales for me. Sorry, copiers is giving more sales to me, not bookcase, copiers. Overlapping, right? So it is giving one after another. Clear? Even you can see we are getting different colors. The reason is that we have a category wise. You are getting the values. We are taken condition format. Earlier we have taken for these labels, right? Percentage of coloring. So due to which you are getting that particular color. But if you don't require it, you can just omit that coloring part also. You get one color only. But if you say that, no, I want to distribute based on my categories, because subcategories are based on your categories. If I take my categories into legend, each category is different color. Now even, guys, you can drop in chat window any things are there, you can check it out. The feedback, other things we actually shared in the meeting, you guys can check it out, right? You'll get the link over there, you can check it out. And however, at last, Sushmita will going to share once again. Okay. So here you can see for each category, there are different categories, like these are dark blue color one is a different category. If you want to see those things, well, which color defined for what, you can just simply go for the categories which is called as legends. Let me go with here, add legends. You can see able to find it. For furniture, we are getting this color. Office supply, we are getting this. Technology, we are getting this. So you can have a category wise distributions. If a client is asking, I want to find out under office supply, who is giving best business, that means maximum profit for me, I'll say appliance is giving the best profit for you. But sales wise, storage is giving, because some of the sale into the horizontal fashion, some of the profit is in vertical. So according to that, I'll look into these things. Am I clear? Even you can change the markers. So instead of everyone get a circle shape, for furniture, I'll just take some other shape, such as I'll take a rectangle one. So wherever I'm getting rectangle box, that is my furniture. So if I just go ahead with my office supply, for office supply, I'm just taking a square one. So wherever I'm getting square, that is my office supply. And wherever circle is there, that will be your technology. So your marker itself get changed on that. I hope it is clear. Apart from that, if you want to add one more element, you can add into the size, such as quantity. Quantity wise, you can see. If you required, you can add it. Otherwise, you can remove it. And here you can see that there is a play axis. Multimedia based visual is only one, which is your scatter chart. Just for an example, I'll just take it out here. Year order date based sales. So if I'm just taking into the play axis, if I click on play button, day wise performance it is showing to you. You can see continuously. But I don't have for 1 year, right? I have for 5 years. So when I have for 5 years, it takes a lot of time. So I don't want to show in the, I can say day wise format. I required based on the year. So I can just go with hierarchical future. So I'll just remove this. I'll expand under date hierarchy. You have year. You drag and drop into play axis. Now if you click on play button, it gives 19 performance, 20, 21, 22, 23 performance. Am I clear? And that will be changes based on the state to state, country to country. You can just click it out. According to that, it will going to do. Right? For a click to uncheck or click to check. You can see Finland only. You required only Spain. So Spain only. If you look at Switzerland, because Switzerland only. United Kingdom, United Kingdom. France gives France information. I hope it is clear. Sure. Guy, Sushmita, if you are there, please share the feedback link. Okay.
Yeah, sure, sir. I'll share.
Yeah. So let us just continue the things over here. Now, generally, when you prepare a dashboard, you are not going to share all 3 reports one by one. So if you want to have some interactive part that I want to connect from a sales to profit, profit to, I can say comparison report. So in the insert tab, you have buttons. In a buttons, we have a navigator where you have page navigator. If you select that page navigator, it will be coming over there and you can just compress as per your requirement. I'm not doing any customizations over here, but yes, we have the options of customizations, but still, if someone want to do, they can do it. Okay. Same thing, I'll do it. I'll copy this. I'll just do it here also. Same insert, not copy paste, because navigator will get changed. Page navigator. Same thing, you can do it over here also. Button. Then I'll use the page navigator. Keep it drag, keep it wherever you required. Whatever the size you just want to have it. The width. You can add it. Now you can see as soon as you just go for hiding styles, other things are there, you can do it. I'll just hide it over here. So these pages will be hidden. When I publish the file, they'll able to see only this report, which is a sales report. As soon as right now as a developer, you have to give control click, but end user just to click. If you just click, now it is a profit report. If you just click, we are getting comparison report. Am I clear on this? So it becomes very dynamically your comparison the reports, right? So you can easily jump. Now this is my sales report. My client want to see profit information. I'll click on profit. It get me to the profit. Comparison, it give me a comparison report. I hope clear on this part. You can just join to a dashboard to a presentation, but that will be done under services. So when we are into the services, there we have the options that you can convert into a PDF or PPT. You can do that one, either PDF or PPT. But only thing is that that will be static, not dynamic. These are dynamic, right? I can just do for any country I require. If I select Denmark, Denmark get applied. All right. If I just go for Italy, it will go for Italy. But if you look at over here, one more thing is that you have the slices. But I had done a change for Italy over here. In the profit, is it changed? No. Is it changed in the comparison? No. So if it should be implement for all 3, you have one option which is called as sync slicer. Right? If you just go ahead to your modeling, view tab, there is an option called sync slicer. If you just click on sync and I just select the slicer, you can see it is there in all 3, I can say visuals, page, but it need to be connected for each other. I just need to get here. Once I do that, now you can see if I select all, in all the reports, if we just go for a profit, right, all the countries are connected. Now here, I'll just go for select all. I'll just select for Norway. Now this report is giving for Norway. If I come to the profit, it is giving the report for Norway only. If I come to the sales, it gives Norway report only. Am I clear? Okay, let's do one thing. If you require this file, I'll just share it to you in a chat window. You guys can download it. However, if someone want to download from the, I can say, portal, that I'll just request to them, right? If they are okay to do that, they can do it. So let me just go ahead for saving under my file. I'll just give FTP day 2. Oh, sorry, day 3 it is, right? So I'll give day 3. I'll just save it. Let me share you this particular file with you guys. I hope you received it. Even you required yesterday's, right, file which we worked out, that is also there. I'll share it to you. You guys can download it. Okay. If you require these CSV files, okay. So we worked with append error file and we worked on Superstore. David, if you have any concerns, please ping me in chat window. That will be great. Am I clear on this? Anyone has a doubt, they can ask. Okay. I hope now you're able to understand a bit which visuals need to be used at what time, how we can prepare a report, how we can have a connectivity in that. You can just work it out. Clear? Tomorrow we'll discuss with the modeling concept, few more visuals, few more exercises. Okay. We'll try to work it out, such as map charts are there, table matrix are there, some AI charts are there. We'll discuss those as well as modeling. Okay. As if now anyone has any doubts, queries, you can ping me in chat window. I hope it is clear till here. I just shared you all the files, and in the portal also it uploaded. You can check in the LMS portal also. It will be there. Only thing is that the files of right PDF, this one Power BI files, I'll ask them to load it. You can check it later. The rest of the files you'll get it over there. Yeah. In that case, we'll just wrap up our meet over here only. Sushmita, will you take it over now or shall we end up this session? So I'll just, because we get complete options again. So I'll let you know, right? I'll just request you go with the recording. You'll find the recording in your, I can say, YouTube link also. You find in your LMS portal also. You can just rework, just go with the recording and practice once. Still anyone has a doubt, please let me know. We have another 2 minutes. If you have any concerns, please let me know on that. So the first day we discussed about the overview of a Power BI, what exactly it works, how exactly it works. Praveen, you can paste your requirement in chat window or your concern. I'll look into that. Okay, I'll just share you the file one more time. So first day we discussed overview of a Power BI. Second day we discussed on the Power Query, which is a ETL tool. Today we discussed on different visuals, how to use it, how you can connect, what are the features you can create. On that we worked out. Clear? So tomorrow we're going to work on data modeling. We even work it out on the, I can say, some more visuals such as AI charts, other things we'll discuss, map, AI chart. Praveen, if you have any concerns, please ping me in chat window. Yes, you can use it because desktop is free of cost. Research purpose also you can do it. There also you're analyzing it, right? In research also, we'll use research cases also based on the data. They're also collection of information. Yes, you can use it. It's all about you have to keep under your belt what is the need and requirement. What information I want to take it out from that raw data. According to that, you have to use the visuals. I'll request you guys, please, share in a chat window your concerns. If you just raise your hand, I can say that I can't address your query. So please ping, just put into your query into a chat window. I'll read and I'll, give an explanation on that. Am I clear? So let's do one thing. We'll end up our meet today over here only. Okay, we'll connect again tomorrow where we are discussing with the different visuals such as map, table, AI. We'll try to discuss on that and we're going to discuss on modeling concept. Okay, sure. The Shadab will discuss on the project later. On the 5th day, we'll discuss, right, how to get data sets, other things. Those also we can discuss on the 5th day. Clear? Let's wrap up for the day. Have a great time.
Thank you, sir. So, dear faculty members, we already shared the attendance and feedback link in the chat box. So, please mark your attendance and share your valuable feedback about the day. And we'll see you tomorrow at same time, sharp at 3 o'clock. So, dear faculty members, I just want to repeat one more thing that attendance and feedback is important to get the certificate of participation. 60% attendance, that is nothing but a 3-session attendance. Okay, so please, it's a humble request, don't miss on any attendance. Our team is sharing in between 4:30 to 5 p.m. multiple time over the Zoom and YouTube chat as well. So please make sure that you are submitting that. Anjali Sirsagar ma'am, thank you so much for your comment. Pranav Abhi sir, now sir left the session. Tomorrow you can ask your questions, so sir will clarify on that. Yes, all the material, PPT, dataset, everything will be uploaded over the LMS as well. Yes, Archana ma'am, you raise the hand. If any query, if you post into the chat box, so we'll take it up accordingly. Okay. Thank you for comment. Yes, I'm sharing the link once again. So please don't miss on attendance and feedback part. Please submit. Thank you. Excellent session. Thank you, sir. Requirement for certificate, 60% attendance, sir. That is the requirement for certificate. Our team is sharing the attendance link here in between 4:30 to 5 p.m. The link is open half an hour extra over the LMS as well. You can use the LMS, same link over the YouTube, Zoom, and LMS platform. Pranav sir, then you can just drop email to us. I'm sharing a mail ID over the chat box. Our team will help you on that part. I posted, sir, in the chat box. Okay, on this note, 1 minute, there is one mass in the chat box. Let me check that. Okay, fine. Cloud computing certificates in a progress, Mr. Harish sir. So that will take around 3-4 more days. That's we have a couple of colleges collaboration. So as per the upload, we're working on that, but you will get that. If your attendance is 60%, no need to worry on that part. Stay assured that you will be getting that. Thanks a lot to the organizers. Thank you, ma'am. Very nice session. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, super. So I believe that everybody is enjoying and gaining the knowledge from this Power BI FDP. Any query, any question, we can keep posting into the chat box. Our team will take up that. On top of it, anything you want to share it via email to our team. I'm sharing that email ID as well, edl@excelr.com. So you can note it down. Future as well, anything as per requirement, you can keep posted to us. We'll help you on that part. So thank you so much, all faculty members. We'll see you tomorrow at same time, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Till the time, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and bye-bye. Happy learning with ExcelR.